Hello, hi, it's E from Coiler 100. Today I'd like to share with you a video making a rocking horse for Dillon's third birthday. This is the end product, so let's get to making Dillon's rocking horse. So on previous videos I showed you that I got a bunch of wood from this guy in Pacoima who actually makes stairs and other stuff, balusters, banisters for movie stars and just ordinary folks. So out of this I got white oak and red oak, and what I did was actually copy a rocking horse that I gave my son about, let's say, 15 years ago. So this is the rocker, I should say, and I'm cutting it with the bandsaw, and my bandsaw doesn't really cut straight. I really have to make adjustments. I am not really familiar with it, but I need to spend some time and look at YouTube videos for reference, so actually I can cut a little better. So I'm just gonna speed this up just a little bit and showing you how I'm cutting the rockers. So this is Big Bertha. She's also made from just wood remnants made from white oak and red oak, and I have a video that showing how I made it. So this is what I had to do because my bandsaw didn't cut too straight. I used a spoke shaver and good exercise. That's a clamp from England. It helped a little bit. So I don't have a leg vise on Bertha. I'll be make that later. I'll post it. Also, I'll post a video of me making Big Bertha. And man, I actually glued the two rockers, and I tried to get them nice and even so they'll rock properly. So as you can see, it's really thick. That's actually the two glued together, and I tried rocking it, and it actually rocked all over the place, and it drove me crazy. I worked on it for 3 weeks. Yeah, see, that actually it was actually not bad, but I felt the bottom and I felt it was kind of rounded, so I kept working it and working it. I realized that when I split them that it actually rocks back and forth and it doesn't go all over the place. It was some exercise in futility, but live and learn, I guess. So if I ever make a rocking chair, I'll just glue them together like this, and just kind of clean it up, and they will rock. They won't rock all over the place. So that's kind of what I did for like I said, 3 weekends. As you can see, you can tell by the color of my pants. I was wearing my black shorts, then I was wearing beige, and yeah, the next one. I think I changed my pants. Anyway, so this is me just trying to get a good surface on the bottom. Okay, so I've got white oak. It's about 2.5 by 2.5 inch square. So it's about, I'd say, I think it was 2.5 feet long. So I actually put this lathe on top of Big Bertha, and as you can see, she's got skinny legs. And later on, I'm gonna post a video covering her skinny legs. So I turn the legs on this lathe, and that light that you see flash in and out, that's actually my tarp, and you might see it fall on my head later. It was about 110-degree heat in Southern California that day, and it was also humid. It was unbearable. But yeah, that's why I got a towel around my neck there. But anyway, going back to the horse project, these are gonna be 2 legs, and I just turned them on the lathe, and the next clip would be me showing you cutting the angles. This is by far one of the toughest part of making the horse. I couldn't get the angle uh, quite right, because as you can see, this is a square piece of wood, and it's been turned into a cylinder, but trying to get two angled uh, cuts for the top portion and the lower portion is kind of tough. So I'm going to show you cutting it. I started up with 12.5 degrees, then I went to 7, then I think I just gave up. I just used a handsaw to cut it after I actually kind of did this a little bit. And yeah, it was kind of, this is the tough part. Just trying to make sure that the legs are at the right angle and they're cut on the seat properly and also on the base. So I'm at about third or the fourth weekend here. So I split the rockers and I put the base, I guess you can call it. And actually, this rocking horse has like 6 nails. Only because I put hair on the horse, and the hair is made of leather. I wasn't going to, but I asked Dillon's parents if they wanted hair on the horse, and they said yes. So that's why I have 6 nails, 3 on the head and 3 on the bum. Otherwise, they were just glued together, and they were tacked with pegs. So yeah, this is when I figured out that the rockers were actually okay, and that I was happy. But it was a lesson learned. Yeah, so it's just me putting these together. Actually, this was an enjoyable part, knowing that I finished all the parts and I was just putting it together. It was 2 weekends before Dillon's birthday. By the way, these dowels, or I call them pegs, I guess. They were actually bought. I didn't make them. They're made from, I think it's white oak. So I just glue them like this, and yeah. Strange thing. I thought they were perfect, but some of them were lopsided. I think they. I put some backwards, so it turned out okay. So this is what it looked like. So I kind of got the legs kind of straight, and I glued them. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to cough. Yeah, there it is. There's the rockers. And these are the parts left to dry. Notice there are no eyes and there's no handles yet. So that's what I'm going to show you next. Notice that my lathe is on the floor. This darn thing is heavy. Oh, look, somebody changed their pants. And yeah, so this is a red oak, and I turned it for the handle. So when he's riding it, this is what he grabs on. And actually, you know, it looks kind of dangerous to people, but you know, I guess if you're careful, you'll do fine. And I did okay. I've been working with this lathe before, so I'm pretty familiar with it. So, you know, these videos are instructional. They're more for reference. So I guess if you learn something like a good habit or a good technique, that's great. And if you learn that I did something wrong, hopefully you won't do that. So yeah, so it's good either way. Yeah, I'm not telling you that, you know, you should do woodwork in an awkward position, wearing flip-flops and the 110-degree heat. No, I'm not telling you that at all. I'm just doing this so you can hopefully pick up what you should or shouldn't do. I had rewired this this lathe. It was an old Craftsman. I bought it from a guy who moved from Minnesota, and it's kind of sad actually. He was selling his tools after he moved to California in the Antelope Valley area, and he just got old, and his son wanted him close to him, and he put him in a nursing home. And before he went to the nursing home, he was selling a lot of tools, which I got. So I got him at a discount. You know, it's not the best lathe, but you know, it's great for a beginner, I guess. So here I am. I'm just trying to get the right diameter, and you know, it would be great if you have a very even dowel. But I guess that's what gives it character. So and it actually turned out okay. It was pretty close to perfect as far as, you know, the same diameter from, you know, tip to tip. This is what the handle looked like. So it was actually Like I said, it was pretty good. So I used I think this is the 120 grit. The one on the bottom next to the tools down there is actually 80. So I did the 80, and then I think I did like 140, and then a 220. So you're probably wondering what the heck I'm gonna do, right? Well, that's actually walnut and white oak. I glued them together, and this is one of the eyes. So the horse has walnut chocolate brown pupils, and the whites of the eyes, which is barely visible, are made from white oak. This is just one of the eyes. I did another one. Okay, So this is 1 week until birthday, and this is what it looked like. I covered it in shellac. There's probably about 4 or 5 coats, and didn't have the hair and the tail. And here he is, day of his third birthday, and that was his mom who was rocking him, and all of a sudden he stopped rocking.